Well, Merry Christmas. As I've seemed to have problems with my voice still, but anyway, Merry Christmas, or at least the day after Christmas. Hope it's been a happy day, a happy, jolly day, and I really hope you enjoyed the greatest day of the year, the day that Jesus Christ was born. So, welcome to Flying with Mike. We are back in the saddle after a short break there. Just really, I came real close yesterday to bringing a flight to you, but then I thought, no, let's hold off a day, make it even better. And that's what we did. We had a different aircraft in mind for this route a day or two ago when I thought it up, not knowing when I was going to fly it. But lo and behold, we're flying from Grand Junction, Colorado to Memphis, Tennessee. We were going to do this in the new Zebo. Uh, my Christmas, there, Pratt PT6, thanks for asking, was fantastic. All over the place here in St. Louis seemed like, oh, head still spinning from our place Christmas Eve to my daughter's place out west, back to here and everywhere. I think the reindeer got a pretty good workout yesterday with us. Maybe not as much as what Santa works them, but they did pretty good for us. I hope you, Pratt PT6, had a great one as well. But like I said, it's Grand Junction, Colorado to Memphis. The plane I thought about flying this was the Zebo. Um, Latest release, which came out yesterday, or was it the day before? 1.9, I think we're at, or something, some number like that. But Flight Factor released yet another update. So I thought, what the heck? Let's put the 767 to use a little bit. We don't fly it a lot. So we're putting it to use. Second flight in pretty much a week from here in Grand Junction. So I hope you enjoy it. And give me a second here. I was working my way to getting online. And that was the wrong button. That's the button I want. Just trying to get my flight plan in order for VATSIM. Yeah, I know. I used to be able to show that, and I don't know what I turned off or what I did to get rid of that. But yeah, basically what I got to do is add a couple of fields, information to fields, I should say, in the VATSIM flight plan, our nav status and RVR capability, and sometimes change the cell count at Sierra Echo Lima, even though they're not going to ping me that way. They're going to yell on 121.5, so it doesn't matter anymore. I don't even think do they use cell cal anymore with VATSIM? Or do they just yell at us on 121.5? Hey, get your butt on my channel now, Grumpy Man would say. Oh, wait, that's me. So let me get this in order, look at our time and go, you know what, let's get us 10 minutes just to be safe since we're a little later than normal. Later than I had planned, let me put it that way. And Shazbot. Let me do that again, folks. Sorry, put the wrong call sign in. I have not heard from FedEx Express Virtual. If I have, when I first joined, yes, we use our pilot IDs, but I have not heard since if that has been lifted or not. So I keep using my pilot ID. Whoop, whoop. FDX 811 will be the plane. Sorry, Piper Arrow fans, this will not be a Piper Arrow flight. Let's see, we are a B76, 76 tree. Boom. And connect. Good old things to hear. The beep, 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 meaning we got a squawk code. All right, hopefully we're going to do this quick enough where we won't lose our screens like we did last time. All right, so again, this is flight factor 767 1.623, I believe. Yes, 2.6. Sorry, my bad. Oh, no, correction. Those of you that fly the 757, I do not have. It is 2.6.23 now that came out a couple days before Christmas, and 1.6.23 for us heavy haulers 767 pilots. All right, let's get up there, get this plane going, shall we? All right, before we fire things up here, let's get us a look at our flight plan real quick and go from there. All right, now, mindful, we are not carrying, oh, it's actually right, 3 people. Cool. I hate having to explain, I do not have 295 people on board. Maybe packages. Actually, probably 12,200. Anyway, but we are running, I thought we were 106. What happened? We are 106. What happened, SimBrief? Oh, I see what you did. Okay, sorry about that. I got confused when I saw my payload, my cargo load lower than what I wanted. That's because the pilot in command, that would be me, put it in wrong, but that's okay. We are running with a payload of 106,220 pounds. We will uplift 39,561 pounds, and the rest of those numbers you see, they most likely will be close. 29's the departure runway 18 left at this time is the arrival. We'll see how the flight progresses. You've got the route below it. Dispatch was nice, gave us flight level 333. Why so low? I'm watching you. Cost index 80 though. I don't know why we're flying low, going west. Huh, interesting. Must be a reason for it. And I know in the flight plan there are no step climbs, so I don't know why they are keeping us down. Must be turbulence or something along the way. Heaven to Betsy. We shake up the boxes a little. Weather? Well, let's find out. Calm wind, clear skies, and wow. For Colorado, 4,000 feet above sea level, we're at 52 degrees. Woohoo! How about St. Louis? That means we still get another day. Yeah, we've been basking in the 60s. I think we touched 70 today. Yeah, it's been a wacky winter here. I hate to think what the second half's going to be. Oh, wait, that would be the actual half of winter coming up, because we just had the solstice last weekend. So, be interesting to see. Let's see what's going on in Memphis. Scroll down. Winds are 210, so that's probably like a southwest wind, 12 gusts to 20. Yuck. And they've got clouds. Wow. 10-mile visibility. It's broken at 1,400, so we've actually got instrument conditions. Cool. Another broken layer at 2,100. That airfield maintenance folks better get up there and fix that sky. There's way too much broken sky. I don't know. Are we able to fly in this? I'm almost appalled that we have this much broken sky. But it too is it's almost 70 degrees there too as well. So beautiful day ahead, kind of, sort of. We'll see how it gets when we get there. Let's get going, shall we? as he says, adios. All right, let's do it. Let's get up here. Battery. Open the switch, turn it on, close the hatch. He says, there we go. Standby power to auto. We do have external power. We'll connect. Use the outer ones. Do not open the hatch, and otherwise you got to perform more maintenance. Okay, so that all sounds good. Let's drop our eyeballs down here. That's looking good. And status. I still don't like the reflection. All right, back up. Let's finish this out. We'll put some electric hydraulic pumps on, the demands on. Whoop, went too far with that one. And we'll set this up. Emergency lights, get the window heat. All right, and finally we'll light up the cabin so they can load us. Today is 26, so we'll go there, and Memphis I think is 400 feet. 341. I was close. Not close enough to call it for horseshoes. What did we say, 341? Okay, and go to here, lights, more lights. I just turn everything bright and then we'll deal with it in flight, because right now we are not going to end up in a night flight. But if we were, we'd just adjust as we go. Ah, a lot of traffic around us. Wow. All right, I think we're ready to start loading the beastie. Real quick here, pull that plug-in back up. All right, now I have zeroed a pallet number and cargo weight out. Why? Because I want to? No. No, seriously. I highly recommend zeroing it out. You're going to see your zero fuel weight now. 198 triple lot. All right, so we'll take the estimated zero fuel weight of 304 220. We're going to subtract out 198,000. It's going to give us 100 thousandths. Hey, go figure. It's giving us our payload number. Divide that by 9,800. 10 pallets. Okay. Put that in pallets. Enter. One more time with math, kids. Sorry, I know you're all going, hey, I'm on vacation here. I don't want to talk school. 304 220. Okay, let me try this. 304 220. How the heck am I getting 3 2s in this calculator? These $1 million calculators from Walmart, I tell you. There we go. Minus or divide by 296. You know what? I did that wrong. Wait a minute. 304. Oh, I know what I did. 220. Did it again. Minus 296. 1, 2, 3. 8,220 pounds. That's what will go in the cargo weight. 8,000, what was it? 220. Enter. Now, if we did everything right, and we did, 304,220, zero fuel weight on the plane, should match our number on zero on sim brief for our flight with FedEx. Okay, now put your fuel in. 39,561. 39,561. And tour. We're not done yet. Perform maintenance. Optimize that CG. Now, real quick, those of you here know me, know this. You will never fill out every one of those boxes. The real planes will. You won't. And it's something I wish could get pushed up. I think they're just trying to keep it simplified. Problem is you'll never load them. Every position in this plane, green and gray, 9,800 pounds when loaded. That's right, each pallet weighs 9,800 pounds, be it main deck or underneath. Even though the underneath, I don't know if they can even take that much. Big boy plane here probably can. But anyway, so now, one last thing to make sure we've done. Make sure you have the stairs to the plane. Make sure you have the LSU, luggage loaders. I don't know what the S is for, sorry. I go with the GPU, but you need to be on power. You need the fuel truck and the loader unit. Now, you see some extra things I've turned on, fine. But if you take what you see from me, you will be guaranteed to load this plane. And I get the argument why, but the answer is because. The universal question why has the universal answer because. That's what Flight Factor wanted. Okay? So just push load. And then you'll see it telling you. Couple of ways to know you're loaded. You'll hear that noise in the background. I'm pretty sure you're hearing it. If not, I'll bring it up for you. Crank it. That'll stop. More importantly, if you don't have the EFB up, your fuel will at least be at the number you're loading to. All right? And then push on. Because as we saw the last flight, which was a very short flight with this plane, these screens can't go out on you. So let's do this. Let's go to align. Don't quickly go to nav. I don't know if it'll work right or not. I go to align, wait for the words align, A, C, B. I know, they don't know how to do alphabet in Boeing. They don't know how to count at Airbus. It's a new form. It's the new age way to count and do the alphabet. A, C, B, D, E, F, G. Okay? Wait for Sesame Street to start doing it. Now go to nav. Okay. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. They're left and right here. Okay, Boeing. Sorry, my apologies. Sorry, Airbus, you aren't off the hook. Anyway, up at the top here, I moved the display switch to heading HDG. And when in this mode, the 737, the obviously 767, 757, I believe the 777, the 747. I may have my thinking vice versa, but the 400 or the 777 puts it in the nav display. The other aircraft, same thing. That's how you'll know you have 7 minutes to align, or however minutes it says. Now 6. Let's continue. All right. So we've got the battery. And by the way, if you lift the guard, like over the electronic controls, do not touch the generator disconnects. You do perform maintenance with an engine on. So if you're in flight and you do that, guess what? I guess you just lost an engine generator. You may have wanted that. Now you got it. Now, one other big thing here, though. Why I say to put the guards down, it takes 2 clicks. See, watch. Click. Oh, the battery's still on. That's because you have to do the second. Also, watch that. Every now and then I have seen the radar air turbine ghost opens it for you, and you're like, I don't want it. The vampires are not around us yet. All right, you just heard the noise kick out. We're at 39.6, which is right about where our fuel is, 39,561 pounds. We're loading. So I am going to do this real quick. A poo, come on. And if you're on, oh, wait a minute, I didn't hit start. Oops. I have a habit of doing that lately. Now you'll see it spool up. This actually spools up pretty good. The engine's still a tad bit on the fast side. If anyone at Flight Factor is listening, they come alive pretty quick. We're not fighters here where we got to spool up so quick for the intercept. We're not intercepting anything. All the packages have already been caught and put in the back end. So, but anyway, you know. All right, we should be at about 100% though. May still be a little fast. Real 767 pilots can chime in, let me know. But all right, there's 100%. Let's head up. No, it's not an Airbus, folks. Guess what? You actually got to push the button. Oh my goodness! I think I broke a fingernail on that one. Yeah, Airbus, it's automatic. Boing, boing, boing. You got to push the button. And we'll go ahead and come off ground power. What this allows us to do now, let's step outside the plane once more, get rid of some stuff. Then we get to the fun part of planning our what am I trying to say? Our flight. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so we'll keep the stairs and the chocks, but we'll get rid of the LSU. We can get rid of the GPU, the fuel truck, the ACU, and the loader, leaving us with just one door open. Go around the plane, close, 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 and close. Now, when we're ready to push, I'll hit close all to make sure the catch-all doors are in fact closed. All right, let's get to the not the EFB. Oh, wait, we got a timer running. Okay, let's go. FMC, good till June 22nd next year. 1.6.23, there's your model. Pause it, and here we go. KGTI. Click, 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 route, and click. KMEM. Again, I don't know if this is required because I am going to do this little number here. KMEM 1. Now, be careful which line you put them in. For a long time, I was putting the route, this company route. See where it says company route? I was putting it in flight number. And I wouldn't get my activate message. Execute. Route loaded. It always said wrong format. I don't know why. Now, today's flight is actually a real world FedEx flight, 1370. And it's actually flown in a 757. Now, FedEx pilots, real world, who dare to say they're on the flight sim world, if you care and dare to answer, does FedEx fly 737s here in the U.S.? I know they fly them in Europe with ASL, which was, now I'm losing the name of it. Anyway, TNT. And I am just curious if the 737s have entered any kind of flying with FedEx. I know Prime has some, and that's the only one I know. So if you dare, we'd love to hear from you. All right, so we're pressing on route. Next page, there it is in. Okay, so let's go to departure. We said runway 29er, Ron 3. Standby. What was our oh, oh no, Denver did not come on. That's Salt Lake. Close, but not it. Wait a minute. Did they change me again? Oh, I see why. Let me look at this. We may not be doing the Ron 3. Oh, wait, yeah, there it is, John. Let me look at this. To Sid, to Roan. All right, so we're going to go out 29. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, how many of you knew Junction City VOR? Dispatchers not allowed to answer. Okay, I'll let pilots. Dispatchers, you're not. I did not know Junction City was not on, or Grand Junction was not on the airport. That's why it caught me off guard. So we're going to fly this to Ron. Oh, wait, you're not seeing this. So you know where that is. And we just aligned, by the way. Oh, and I see something that's annoying me already. There we go. All right. Now that you can see Boeing 737-800, Merry Christmas to you. 5 minutes late. Sorry about that. I don't have my phone hooked up. Sorry. And I'm glad you did that to make me remember. All right, let's go ahead. Now we'll let it run till it says, feed me power. All right, so what I am going to do here, let's zoom in. First, Denver departure. Wow, this far out? Ooh. Center. There's our height, almost 5,000 feet. Call it another mile-high city. RNAV 1 GPS departure, and of course 18,000 for trans. And so 29 will take us out to Roan, to Giub, to Grand Junction. And again, I did not know this was away from the airport. And then on course. So here is what we're, okay, no top altitudes, that's good. What? wonder if we should be doing that. I think we are. I think we're going to have to turn to 081. Hang on, let's read this. Aircraft departing on a 221 clockwise to radio 60 on course. On course, all others climb holding pattern to VOR to 9,500 feet. Clockwise. Okay, we'll give it a try. What the heck? It's flight sim. What could go wrong? All right, so we got our departure in. Let's go ahead. Look to the future. Memphis. The Barbecue 3 coming in. RZC. Okay. Razorback. One more look at this wind. 210, 12. All right, for now, we'll plan which runway? 18 left. Let's look at it. 18 left. Either way, it's a long taxi. I'm going to go 18 right. Huh. Okay, for now, actually, my goal is eventually 27. That's my goal. And we got to go back, cancel, switch it, 18 right. By the way, this is the real world. Simultaneous departures, 18 right, center, and left. ILS approach, 18 left and right. They're saying 9 and 27 closed. Probably because FedEx is closed. I mean, I hate to break this to a lot of folks in Memphis. That was built for good old FedEx. And now, hold on, the airport itself has changed names. I don't know if you've all flown in there and caught this yet. Hang on, I'm going to... Breaking news. Memphis International is now Frederick W. Smith International. And you're going, oh, what governor or senator? Okay. I cannot confirm or deny any of that. How many out there know who Fred Smith is? FedEx pilots, you're not allowed to chime in, or FedEx workers. Oh, wait, that could be most of my... Yeah, he's the founder of Federal Express / FedEx. It's about time they maybe named that airport after him. But yeah, that's what it's called now. So, sorry, congressmen and senators and all that love to lately plaster their name on airports. That one I actually agree with, should be on it. Kudos to whoever voted that in. All right, so back to it real quick so we can get out of here. Memphis, we said we're going to do 18 right. All right, now we'll click select. 21 approaches connect to runway 18 right. Most notably the ILS and RNAV and RNAV and an RNAV. Okay, so we'll take the ILS from Dawson for 200, please. And down we go here. So we'll go from Jamala to Dawson straight on. Unless I get my way and I get runway 27. I doubt I will. All right, so we know now 27, or yeah, let's really. So 18 right, we're going to go ahead, go for Dawson, execute, and we are done with the route. All right, so we are going to plan that little hold, and that really does make sense. Look at the turn. You'd be zigzagging all the way down to Blue Mesa to get on course. Where here, you go out, you get up to 10,000, 11,000, come back in on the VOR and turn right on it. So that'll work for me. That will work. All right, next up, performance. What we'll do is click here, 3042. Good with that. Reserve. Oh, should have kept it. Doggone. Today's flight will run 14.2. By the way, our alternate for today is, that changed too, from Little Rock now over to Huntsville, Alabama. It's like, oh my gosh, it just went poof out of the brain. Tree 0. Boom. Cost index 80. Boom. Wind 261. And sometimes you don't want to focus too much in on that yet. You still got a lot of flight planning to do. And we'll put 2,000 for our step size. Over to the takeoff page and back to Sim Toolkit. I just want to make sure, the reason I go here is a lot of people don't know this page exists. Or pages, I should say. There is a lot of information here if you go through. You get weather, NOTAMs, all of that. Performance tools. The only sucky thing is, here's what you have to do. We'll do it this way, just to show you why I don't. Oh, not the 777. Oh, there you are. And we're in one. See how much you're having to put in? That's already in your flight plan. It's kind of a waste. Then we got to go get our takeoff weight, which is today. Where the heck is our takeoff? Oh, there it is. 342,781. It's just a lot of redundancy that populate the weather. Whoa. 342. No. 781. Okay, populated the weather, no winds. And what my only complaint is, we fill all of this in and all we're getting is really the same information. Okay, yeah, you get a lot of information. Let's put it that way. Okay, not gonna, but this is all you get different. You just get this little map and your takeoff distance, your takeoff remaining as safety, and LDA, landing. It's a lot of stuff we really, we could use, don't get me wrong, but it really whereas if I just go over here, click takeoff predict, calculate, boom. 1, I'm done already. 2, it's the same information. The only thing extra is, where is it? There, your gradient. Down 0.3, call it 0.4. That's it. So it's your call. You're the pilot in command. That's right. I just upgraded you to pilot in command. You make the call. All right. So from all of those numbers, we came up with a takeoff. First, just click by CG, go to the next page, because that's where a lot of that information went. And we'll go 360. And of course, this time it'll tell me, no, it's the wrong format. Oh, took it this time. But we said down. Let me double check with another page. 3.5. Okay. So I'm lost. Where am I? Okay, there we are. 0.4 for the slope. Now, the 737, you'd put a slash in your typing and the runway heading. We don't have to do that here. Outside air temperature, 11 Celsius. Acceleration height above the ground, 1,000 feet. Good with that. Okay, next. Now, here's where it gets a little fun. We are going to derate takeoff. Oh, I screwed up. Click, click, click. 29/D. I'm going to go ahead and throw the hyphen in. TO. Click. We're going out of here, flaps 5. Now you're going, well, wait, we can't see the numbers. We got to turn it on. There you go. And our numbers are a little slower than SimBrief. Not by much. I like this one, so it doesn't matter. 154 rotate, we'll go with that. 159 is equal. Boom, we'll go with it. And there you go. But that's how you use that tool. Now, takeoff performance. Let me pull that up real quick. Show you the speed difference, okay? Hang on. Remember what it took. SimBrief. What it took to go the performance tool way. Fill out all of this to get this, okay? Let's go back to our flight. Takeoff performance. All you got to do is click calculate. The only thing missing is the cute little map and some of the runway information. However, I can get those runway informations through SimToolkit, and probably you might find it in your tracking program, Volanta, Elevatech. So how? Very simple. We'll close. Right here under full flight log in SimToolkit is your runway slope. If it's a minus, put a D. If it's not there, put a U. Minus would be down, plus if it's not there, it's positive, so up. All right. To me, you would think more speed to go uphill, but you know, hey, it's pilots. What do you think? Okay, so like I said, we have everything filled out. We're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's do this real quick. Let's fill in the blanks here. 159, let's go 169 for takeoff. The only thing we did not get was the runway heading. One nice thing about Boeing 737-296. You get that when you put it in on page 2. We're going for flight level tree 0. Okay, now we can get rid of that, pull that one up, go to legs, click, and click, and click. Everything else ready to go. 3 green landing gear down. All right, APU running. That's your takeoff warning. You are not configured to do such things. Okay, we are ready to go. Oh, the only thing I have not done yet is right here. Our squawk code for the day. 50, let me rephrase that, for the moment. Okay, and 122. And while we're at it, CTAFKGJT 18 Uno. I really hate when it does that. There we go. And we'll be switching over when we're ready to push. All right, let's one last time look outside the plane. And at that gorgeous scenery behind us. Looks good to me. All doors and hatches are ready. Let's get that main door closed. All right, stairs. Closed all. Everything is indeed ready to go. All right. Wait a minute. Do I still have chocks on? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's call better pushback. Let's not. Let's. Don't think. Okay. Got to stick. Easy way to check. Yeah, we're ready to go. All right. Beacon on. Pumps on. Better pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Stand by. We're there. We need to go, so we need to push. Let me take a look at our surrounding here. So, quick turn, then out. Okay. Now that I know what we need to do.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Right here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, we'll now pull the chocks. After a quick check.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Cleared to connect. Face us east. East, east. Ooh, Ooh, looks like we get to use the other runway to get into position. Cool. Or do we back taxi? We'll find out. It's Flight Sim. Speaking of, what is our... Oh, we have a departure message.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Grand Junction, common traffic, FedEx 811 heavy pushing back face east from the cargo.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Again, like many of the Boeings, packs off. Make sure your fuel pumps are on that have fuel, and then you can crank up. If you want number one, you know, you're in a flight sim. It's not gonna hurt the plane. When we get to that magenta line, hit the fuel. Now you're seeing why I say I think it's a little fast. Oh, excuse me, folks. All right, those joining think you're going to see a Piper Arrow. That was my bad. I missed that totally. Thought I got it, but actually, I don't even think I thought about it. My apologies to you. We're in a Piper Arrow. It just many in one aircraft. It's a 767.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Let's crank up number one. But my apologies for that. We'll try to do better. But yeah, we are in a 767-300 freighter bound for Memphis. Now, the cool thing about a 767, probably 757, oh, you know, we got to turn the fuel on. I thought I did. Anyway, generators and all of that are automatic, just like Airbus. Where the 737, yeah, you got to work a little. You got to click buttons and this and that. You got to do some of that here too. Where Airbus, pretty much you sit in your seat. Okay, start up. No, I'm waiting for that command to happen. That would be hilarious. Okay, start the engine.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
All right, let me get caught up with the plane now. Okay, and I'm glad I did because the ATC system is not running. Who did not start that? Give me a second here to verify. 811's on the ground. Good deal. We like it that. All right. Now, ACARS is running hydraulic pumps. Here we go. Hydraulics. Get some heat into cargo bays. Engines start to both. Hang on, I'm way ahead up here. Left and right bleeds on. APU off. Okay. And the APU generator is now off. One thing about this plane and the Rotate MD-11, those two for sure turn the external power switch off in the plane first. Oh, hang on, we've got a little discrepancy to work out. There we go. I saw these still in fault. If you don't, it's one of the two. You'll dump the FMC once you killed it from the EFB. I always do it, and on occasion, I know I forget. Turn that external power off before getting rid of it outside. We were on the APU generator and it was already off, so that's why we were okay. Trust me, that's not a good thing. Oh, the birds are attacking. Oh no. And double check APU off. Okay, we're ready for taxi. Auto brake. RTO. Taxi lights on. Flaps 5. Stake trim looks like 4.8. I don't see it real quick here. Close enough for now. We'll adjust in flight. And radars not yet. Flight controls, yes. Okay, not hitting anything. We're ready to taxi. And let's go to engine. And Grand Junction traffic, FedEx 811 Heavy taxiing to runway 29 for takeoff. So, how was everyone's Christmas? Hope it was fantastic. Like I said, we exercised the reindeer pretty well from Christmas Eve at our place to Christmas Day out west with my daughter and back to here. So, not as much as Santa does, but you know, hey, we got out, enjoyed. Great time at my daughter's, along with the granddaughters, wiping me out. That also is why I did not stream yesterday. Those two little rugrats wore me out. But glad to be back behind the microphone, under the headset, and glad to put a flight in here. See what kind of time we have after it, and then go from there. But again, hope y'all enjoyed Christmas, had a great time, and we're on our way. All right, final checks for takeoff. All right, while we're doing this, let's put the terrain radar up. That looks, wow, looks pretty mean around us. Down here, we'll flip the radar up to radar on, and I can hear people go, "Oh, wrong one. Sorry, folks." There we go. No, don't turn the radar on. It works. Or it did, at least for 170 miles the last flight, 200. So we'll give it a try for 900 today. All right, we're coming up to 2, so we'll hold short. Check. What's going on here? Okay. All right. TCAS looks good. Let's do this. Whoa, a lot of aircraft within 70 miles of us. So Grand Junction traffic. FedEx 811 heavy departing runway 29 on the Rhone departure. All right, here we go. Clear right. Clear left. knots. I like it. We're eating a lot of runway, which is what we should. V1, rotate.
Don't sink.
Gear up. All right, we just executed a little bit of a hold. For me, I'll call it more a procedure turn. All right, and we're beginning to make our climb. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think on the weather radar front here, I truly think they got work to do. Hey, it's working. Let's look at the positive here. It's working. But if we do want to throw a negative in, yeah, I don't think that's what we're up against here. Let me pull up Navcraft weather. Most of the rain is behind us. So I don't know what the weather radar is picking up here, nor do I know how to manipulate flight factors yet. The fact that it's working, that's a hurrah for me. It's almost like that's terrain almost. And I'm actually manipulating it with the gain. So yeah, I'm a little skeptical, but hey, let's go into, okay, we are in climb, cool. All right, so we are headed for altitude, and hey, at least it's working. So we'll go with that, and hey, enjoy. We just crossed 18,000, and let's get. Okay, now you notice altitude disagree over here, in case you can't read it. What we'll do is click right there. It'll go away. What it is, this altimeter on the captain side different than the one on the co-pilot side. This one, unfortunately, you have to do on your own. So, Flight Factor put in a nice little quick switch for us to be able to click on it and get it set right to whatever this one is. Nice. That one's a nice touch. I like it. But, yeah, we're on our way. Let's put that back away. Here we go. All right, just looking over the moderator screen, and got a great flight underway, folks. Headed to Memphis. Feel free to join in, chime in, and we'll have a great time on the way. Love to hear you read in the chat, hear from you. So for now, let's just get some sky under these wings, and or as one song said, wind beneath our wings, and get over to Memphis. Again, we are under what I'm going to call holiday flight schedule, meaning I really don't have any scheduled where you guys know it a week or two in advance for the next, this finish off this week today through the weekend, next week through New Year's. We'll pick back up on the 5th. I'm working on those flights right now to kick things off. Monday, the 5th, I believe it is, and trying to have some really good fun times. All right, let's see here. Prague. We're gonna wait till we get into cruise to get concerned. 12 is not a bad number. But hey, I'm glad to have you all aboard, and hope you all again had a wonderful Christmas. All 3 granddaughters, whew. Oh, I don't know how you guys out there do it with more than 3. And who's to say that may come my way too? Who knows? But anyway, they wore me out, and wow. But it was fun. We are through flight level 27. I'll call it 280 here in a few seconds. Headed for flight level 333. Or 330, my bad. And I still don't know why we're so low, but it always seems to be that way. So, anyway. Grab a plane out of Denver, grab one out of Dallas. Let's meet in Memphis. rockets fill the skies over Memphis. Those that dare to come on VATSIM, should I say. No, I get it. You know, it is. I understand. It's a little daunting to come on listening to them, and you know, but believe it or not, you will pick up what I call the cadence. You toss something to ATC, ATC responds, you understand, you toss it back to them. So I get it. It takes a little bit of listening. And you know what I will tell most people? Find an airport. Don't care what airport. As long as one, there's ATC, and two, moderate to heavy traffic there. So what I'm suggesting is sit on the ground at O'Hare. Sit on the ground at Atlanta, Dallas, Miami, one of the New York airports, and just listen to how the pilot requests, how the ATC responds, what the pilot does with that, and so forth. Vice versa, when ATC throws a command out, what the pilot does, back to ATC. So, and if you're in X-plane, another great tool, and I tell people this all the time, ATC, default ATC, yes, is still rough on the edges, yes, 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 but it's better than any I have ever come across in a flight sim default. Not having to pay extra money for name your flight sim ATC. Coming out of the box with ATC with X-plane 12 now is a phenomenal ATC system. You can learn a lot from it. So we've made it to Blue Mesa, on our way to Pueblo. Then, oh, why is my memory going weak today? Not Grand Junction, dang it, that's where I took off. Anyway, Golden, Garden City, Kansas, that's what I was thinking. On our way to Memphis. And we're just about into cruise. Kidding me? I had flaps at 1. Okay, that's the mid-air line. Okay, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I know I punched them all up. The reason I say that, in the 747-200 from Felis, you gotta really pay attention to that gauge. The 1 and the 0 up, granted, pretty close in numbers, I get it, are very close on the gauge and very easy to quick glance, come back and say, oh, their flaps are up, and they're actually at 1. Past 290, 300, you will cause failure. Done it twice, at least. So, but anyway, there you have it. We are in cruise, flat level 333, or 330. 333, 333, 333, 33. Oh boy. Who's around us? Well, let's see. We have an American 737. We have a CL60, C750, a Glix, and an Embraer 75. Let's take a look at it. It's a neat little thing. All you got to do here, if you've got the ABC camera, is click here, and that brings them up, and then click on one. Now these are always fun to look at because I don't have them, so they're usually a Learjet. Okay, that didn't work out well. But yeah, that kind of gives you, when you're, you know, you come down here, you look, and TCAS, you hear such and such aircraft at 12 o'clock, 20 miles out, same direction or headed at you, whatever. And then all of a sudden, you're like, well, where are they? Well, you could drop down there, bring that traffic thing up. Whew, it just got blinded. Sorry, folks. Anyway, you could then actually see the target. It's pretty cool. They're not that close, as we saw on the screen. Let's see. They might, no, they don't tell you where they are. They will when you bring them up, because like right now it's telling us we're over Salida, 6C09 airport at flight level 336. But yeah, you can kind of see how far out they are. They're basically within 100 miles. So pretty cool thing, that ABC camera. It's on the forums. Check it out. Developer has done a wonderful job with it, a lot different than X camera, a lot different, and there's some, okay, I will say there are some similarities, but overall it's a very well done program. The whole goal in the project, as he explained to me, is to keep it free. Okay, let me let that settle in again. Free to everyone in the flight sim. As long as you have X-Plane 12, it's a free product for you. But yeah, it's cool. There are more. I'm just showing you the basics because I'll be honest, he oversaturated me couple of weeks back when he really let loose on this, and I'm just mesmerized what he did and what you can do, can't do. Holy mackerel. Wow. I'm still, you know, I'm just basically at page 1, maybe 0.5 in the humongous amount of, if I would have taken notes, the pages that he gave me. I thank you very much. I hope you have a Merry Christmas there over at ABC Camera. All right, speaking of which, the only thing that I don't like the engine sounds. Yeah, I know. I hear BSS has some pretty good engine sounds for this and the MD-11. I know the Airbus was amazing. A320. Oh my gosh, when I fired them up in the A320, holy mackerel. Still not 100. Now remember folks, I worked on a ramp with A320s better part of, well, 4 years in MD-80s for the same airline, better part of 8 years, and a variety. The startup outside. Now granted, I know not many people reach in and go, stewardess, how do I open this window so I can hear how the engines sound? I know the stewardesses get that all the time. But no, they don't sound right to me. And unfortunately, I can't get you a ramp sounding A320G or CFM fire up. But I'll know it when I hear it. All right, let's do some testing here. Whoop. Just want to get it up high enough so we know how far the tilt is. All right, looks like I got it all under control now. What I did is worked with the gain. I took it off auto, basically. Give me a second. I have got to do something with these curtains. Stand by. right, that took longer than expected. Whew. My office just hit 80 degrees. To some of you are going, oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, but my poor little computer, which is also helping to reduce some of that heat. Anyway, we're on our way, and glad to have you all aboard. Well, I can tell you this much. Currently, it does not look like we have really any weather, just some big scary clouds ahead of us. So, we got about an hour. You know what? I am going to put that up here. It's like about an hour and 15 minutes. we're back with you. I don't know. Still, I got time to debate it. Okay, good. All right. So we are. Looking at about an hour and 10 minutes out of Memphis. Currently, Memphis is not staffed, although things are coming alive. Oh, we might be coming into ATC here soon. 125. You know what? It would help. Let's see here. Let's get back on the Unicom. And 125. I'm glad we did all of that because the radios were set up. Friendly player, welcome aboard. Hello, hello, and a Merry, Merry Christmas to you. Okay, that was yesterday. So far, so good there, friendly plane. Yeah, friendly player. The plane, the 767 from Flight Factor. At least they've worked out the bugs with the TGDS folder and all that was in it. I still have some things that aren't, I don't know. And again, let me caveat everything I say about a radar. When I flew private aircraft, and by that I mean Cessna 172s, Piper Arrows, Piper Warriors, and the such, no twin-engine aircraft, although I have a couple of hours with an instructor, but none of that right now matters because I'm not current and still also need a physical. I didn't play with radar. Obviously, a private pilot shouldn't be playing with radar. Not supposed to be in the weather. Of course, it happens, I know. But I still have a whole lot of questions for both SIBO, probably X-Plane. I have not flown one of the default aircraft with the new radar. Well, I did, but I didn't see anything, and I don't remember if we had any on that flight. That was with the King Air. Default King Air. So, it may be, who knows, but I know the SIBO has said you should be able to see stuff. I see weather, but that's something new. The Airbuses, I saw weather, and even rotate, I had some really good returns in on a flight once before X-Plane 12. go a little lower. Let's see, there we go. 125.725.
Taxi via Charlie, Golf. 30 left, Charlie, Golf, Southwest 3235.
Kansas City Center, FedEx 811 Heavy checking in, flight level 330 for Memphis.
City Center, hello, ready to contact from West City, welcome.
Fly runway heading. Oh, you're my center controller. Welcome aboard, sir. I love when we have them aboard. Flight runway heading. Let me think. How do I do that? Runway heading was 292, where I took off. Welcome in, sir. Welcome. Hey, we're cruising along at about Mach 0.81. Hey, that's pretty good. You're welcome, sir. Thanks for joining us. We sure appreciate the company as we cruise on through. Let's check it out here, Memphis, real quick. And the barbecue. Below 26 by sauce. Oh, this is the one that's always fun for me. 10,000 feet at Jamala. Okay.
Secretary 1226, you ready to go? Ready to go. Secretary 1226, fly runway heading, runway 1, clear for takeoff, 1310 at 10. Clear for takeoff, fly runway heading to country 1226.
We're letting the music have a little fun here. I kind of like this song. If you're not familiar, Jim Yusuf, this is not copyrighted material. Speed is the name of the song. I really like this song.
Southwest 1065, number offline, radar system terminated, frequency exchange approved. Frequency exchange approved, happy holidays, Southwest 1065. Happy holidays, we'll see you next time. Southwest 3235, wind 310 at 12, RNF Pyong, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff. RNF Pyong, 30 left, takeoff. Southwest 3235. Country 1226, ready to contact the altitude. Dispatch 2600 for 5,000. Country 1226, climb and maintain 70, turn left heading 210, vector to Saitek. Left 210 over the vector to Saitek and up to 350 for second 1226, climb and maintain flight level 370. Correction 370 for some country 26.
Yeah, not a lot of aircraft in the area.
WestJet 1630, we have switched over. WestJet 1630, your inner service is terminated. Grease exchange agreement. Unicom, have a good night, or have a good day, WestJet 1630, yeah. Country 1226, clear to Site A, Sierra India Delta Alpha active. They're excited for number 1226.
I kind of let the controllers and the pilots out there have a little time here while we cruise along at flight level 330.
Delta 3720 TKC clear to contact 40 miles east of Kirksville, welcome. Roger, thank you.
All right, so let's keep rolling on. We have just shy of an hour to Memphis. Currently still planning 18 left. We'll get into the details here shortly.
FedEx 811, clear to Razorback, Romeo Zulu Charlie.
Clear direct Razorback, Romeo Zulu Charlie for FedEx 811 Heavy, thanks. Oh, let's do that. That's fun. Pull this up. And execute. That's all you got to do. Real simple. Present position. And we're now flying to Razorback, which is 300 miles ahead of us. And that just, look at that did to our fuel. So we're back way above what we set for minimum. Compliments of our great controller here, giving us that direct. That helped, and we're now starting to pick up some of that tailwind, and that's helping too. So, oh, wrong one, that one. So off we go. 300 miles. Now let's take a look at that arrival. It's not actually very challenging. To me, what's always been the challenge for me is getting the aircraft down to 4,000 for the ILS. Because if you follow the chart word for word, you end up high. At least by Jamala, headed for the 1/8s. And I'll show you what I mean here. But that's what we're required to do. Just remember that. So here's Razorback 16-4. Actually, let's look at the top corner here. Again, it's an RNAV approach. Need DME, IRU. We have that on the plane. GPS. Radar required. Turbojet only. Key phrase in here. If it would have said turboprop, we were screwed. And Dallas has approaches that aren't for turbojets. Receive from Memphis Center, approach will assign the runway.
On departure, fly runway heading.
And then they tell you what south means, what north means.
And then as filed.
Okay, right now we're going to be landing south, planning 18 right.
2153.
Just because it's the closer runway to us. That's the only reason I really chose it. It still boggles the mind that they fly over FedEx for landings on center and left. But that's what Fred Smith set up. Alright, so from Razorback to Igloo to Sauce, we're going to be probably between Marby and Igloo beginning our descent below 26,000. That's cool. We like below because that'll help us out. Where it gets us is right here at Junction. So Sauce at 290, flight level 260 or lower. Barbecue.
157, Memphis offline. Terminated, drinks the Junction Close. Roger, have a great day. We'll talk to you next time. You catch at 157, so yeah.
28 and 23 or 280, 23,000 or lower. We love those. Ventures where it catches us. Oh wait. Oh, I've always misread this chart. I always shot for 14,000 and wondering how in the heck am I going to make Jamala by then? I misread. Off barbecue, we're aiming for 10,000. And that's at 230, and then we'll go out to Dawson. Dawson straight in. Oh man, I just now caught that after how many? I'm not letting my folks at FedEx know how long I've made that. It's between you and me, guys. Oh wait, they could be on channel. Whisper in my ear. Anyone remember that one? Good old Connie Chunk. So that's our arrival, folks, and our ILS frequency for today's 1099 and 180. Game plan, well, I don't know where we're going to park here. I haven't figured that out. Well, I mean, we got from here to here to here to here to here. This whole north ramp is ours. So I just don't know which spot I want. Usually I try to park up by the building. Buildings, I should say. But yeah, you're right. We're fly runway heading. We probably shot this approach better close to 100 times, and I never caught that little line out. Oh, wow. Thankfully, I do get down to 4,000 by Dawson, but still. Now it'll be easier. Cool. Oh, I can't believe that. Here's another thing for you folks. I just learned of this today, so I don't know when this name change occurred. Memphis International technically is no longer called Memphis International. It is actually called, and I'm pulling it up to get it correct, Frederick W. Smith International. Don't know when this happened. This happened recently because we've flown a lot of flights in and out last year or this year. But yeah, it's called the Fredericks W. Smith International Airport. Now, a lot of y'all may not know who that individual is. It is, as far as I know, not a congressman. I don't even think a mayor. And I don't think a senator, either state or national. And guess what? That is the man behind Federal Express, otherwise known to us today as FedEx. That whole north ramp is compliments of him. Well, so find reading the textual portion. I don't think that approach had that. Maybe it did. It should. You're right. And it did. Sure did. But they didn't have the altitudes. But yeah, if I'd have read that, yeah, I'd have got it. But yeah, the Frederick W. Smith International Airport is now what Memphis is called. So we'll see how long that takes to settle in. I mean, it already is in the real world, but how long it'll take in VATSIM. I found that interesting today. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that.
Code C, sent to that 506, be flight 0350.
506, KGTI to contact 600 miles northeast of Salina, welcome.
Now, whenever they change the name from McCarran to Harry Reid, I'd like, no.
Direction northwest of Salina.
Oh, but anyway, that's way west. Yeah, that's way west. Yeah, even, well, as of 25 October 24, it was still Memphis International. So obviously that happened sometime this year. But that's cool. I look forward to hearing it called that more often. Matter of fact, let me verify another way. Well, that's not good. Their website's not updated. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the international airport. Okay. Thought for a second I might have stumbled into Memphis. Now, where did I find that? Yep. Wiki has it. AirNav does not as of yet.
Southwest 878, KC Center, you up?
That's a nice little shortcut.
Good afternoon. Kansas Center Southwest at 878 with you at 34,000 feet. Southwest 878 KC. Good afternoon. Radar contact 20 miles west of Oxmoor.
You know, it's always fun to go to a weather page and it says temperature 70 degrees. They can't let you bask in that too long because right next to it says temperatures to plummet Monday. Even though we knew the rug was going to come out. Hey, Merry Christmas, Inuasik. Welcome aboard, sir. Yeah, I just love that. And they are, don't get me wrong. We're going to be back where winter should be come Monday. Actually, Sunday. Unless they pushed it a few more days down the road. Kick it down maybe till April. Ooh, would that piss off people? But yeah, it is actually 70, 71 degrees. I have windows open here. We're still holding at 80 degrees in the office. In the studio office. And wow. What a Christmas.
Memphis is offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. And there's no need to contact India. Flash your tag through.
Alright, going back to the start side. Country 1226 services following.
Okay.
All right, let's see how many airplanes are around us. Within 100 miles, one parked somewhere 92 miles away at 757. And Southwest climbing through 34,000.
Alpha, Denver offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
So, even though TCAS won't pick them up, just to let you know. Real cool.
1635, descend via the Rud 3 arrival, Kansas City landing north, altimeter 2986.
Real cool feature, this ABC, a better camera system for X-Plane. Just has an update out there. I didn't catch it quick enough to do it.
Rated 1635, descend via the Rud 3 arrival, Kansas City landing north, altimeter 2986.
For the next flight, we'll get it updated. It's just Skunkworks or Skunkcraft, whatever they call it. I think Skunkworks sounds better. I think someone coined that one already.
Rated 1635, KC Center.
Anyway, really a good camera system.
United 1635 en route to Kansas City International. Go ahead. United 1635, fourth call, descend via the Rud 3 arrival, Kansas City landing north, altimeter 2986.
Descend via the Rud 3 arrival, altimeter 2986. Thank you.
And for those of you joining us in from Europe, hey, welcome. We're getting your groove on. It's Friday night. Granted, you've had your groove on probably since Christmas Eve, but you know, hey, those in the U.S., it's almost quitting time. Got a couple more hours to go. We're warming you up. A little electronomia. Never mind. Me and sounding words out's never good. Just know we're giving you a lot of energy.
Southwest 3235, cross from Vinta at 15,000, Tulsa altimeter 2987. I'm sorry, Southwest 3235. Southwest 3235, cross from Vinta at 15,000, Tulsa altimeter 2987. We're crossing Vinta at 15,000, and we got 2987 for the altimeter, Southwest 3235.
Uh-oh. Wow. Current temperature here, 70 degrees, has broken the record here. I don't know, probably set back in 1889. It's pretty long record, been hold. Yesterday they thought for sure we might break it, but the low clouds and fog hung too long and kept us away.
Avila 561, runway 31, taxi via Alpha. Avila 561, correction, runway 31, taxi via Bravo. I was going to say, 31 via Bravo, Avila 561, thanks. FedEx 811, traffic, 2 o'clock. 3 miles northbound, 1,000 above. It's a 737.
Yeah, FedEx 811, we'll be looking for it.
Southwest 878, traffic 11, moving 12 o'clock, 20 miles southeastbound, 1,000 below. It's a 767. Copy that, looking for traffic, Southwest 878.
Just make sure. I thought I was. Why are you not showing up?
To the center, Southwest 878, got the traffic inside. Southwest 878, roger.
And center FedEx 811, we have the traffic in sight.
Correction, FedEx 811, roger.
Barely, but we got the contrail. Let's try something. Let's see, he said Delta. I don't have a Delta. I think that's it. Hang on. Let me double check. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, it is that one. Why did I hear Delta? Well, may your ears be better at my age. Let's take a look.
Solo 561, holding short of 3
See if we can see us.
7 left 561, wind 310.
There's our contrail.
31 clear for takeoff.
31 clear for takeoff.
Smile on the Southwest aircraft.
Southwest 5, KC Center, you up?
And there he is way behind us. Pretty cool. I love this ABC camera that we have. I appreciate that fly or runway heading. Gave me a chance to show something off that we've been working with the developer on and all. It's kind of fun to use that camera system to zoom in on traffic. And there's what was close by. And you can see our contrail way off in the distance now. So, yeah, it's fun to play with. Let's see, can we still see his contrail? Yep, barely, but we can see it. My only concern comes in with TCAS, why it does not pick up sometimes. Well, that does check.
Delta 3722, Memphis offline, radar services terminated, frequency exchange approved. Delta 3722, radar services terminated, frequency exchange approved.
Roger, Delta 3722, going up to the contact ATC.
Alpaca 561, radar contact, say altitude.
One day I just might do the joke.
Alpaca 561, radar contact, say altitude.
4,300 for 5,000 runway heading, level 561.
Okay,
Level 561, climb and maintain flight level
75 miles out of Razorback.
Centralia 350.
Let's see, to get down to 10,000 from here, is it going to take as much as usual?
KGTI Center, citation 7 Mike Lima at Springfield, Illinois Airport, looking for clearance to all air.
November 7 Mike Lima, Kansas City
So
Center, good
about
afternoon.
80-ish
Chicago O'Hare
miles
Airport.
out.
On departure, fly runway heading. Radar vectors, contact, band then as filed. Maintain 5,000. 6 buttons, direction expect,
See,
flight level
minus
2010 minutes after departure.
minus
Squawk 1120.
1 minus 2,
Okay,
4.
runway heading on departure, then direct up contact, then F filed.
So Marabee. Okay.
To 1,000, 10 minutes after departure, squawk 1120, November 7 Mike Lima.
November 7 Mike Lima, read back correct. Wind 310 at 10, 10-9 visibility, sky condition ceiling 1,500 overcast, altimeter 2982, expect runway 31 for departure, advise ready for taxi.
29er, not 82, will advise, November 7 Mike Lima. Kansas City Center, Southwest 5 at flight level 370.
Southwest 5, KC Center, radar contact, 400 miles northwest at Topeka, welcome.
Kansas City Center, Delta 1650, Memphis flight level 380, about 4 miles southeast of west.
Delta 1615, KC Center, into contact position is reported, good afternoon.
Okay, according to the real world ATIS, ILSs for 18 left and right are in use.
Attention 7 Mike Lima, ready to taxi Springfield. Attention 7 Mike Lima, runway 31, taxi via Bravo. Via Bravo, number 7 Mike Lima.
Still no Memphis.
FedEx 811, Memphis offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved, have a safe flight, thanks for flying, and we'll see you next time.
All right, FedEx 811, over to Unicom. Thanks for the great ATC. You have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you next time.
FedEx 811, Merry Christmas, and have an have a Happy New Year yourself.
Unicom, boom. Let's get the common traffic just in case they decide not to play nice with us or not to come up. They'll play nice with us. We're not going to play mean and go for the 9 or the 27. Not us. No, we won't. All right, got CTAF in there. All right, once we cross Razorback here in about 25 miles, between Marabee, is it Marabee? Hang on. Where are you? Marabee, and Igloo. We got about 84 miles. That's technically what it's going to take, roughly 2,000 to 2,300 feet a minute to make Jamala at 10,000, give or take. However, we still got the whole leg to go. So we're at about 45, 58. So we got about 30, 40 miles into Igloo before we start that descent. Let's see who might be nearby. Okay, there's Razorback. There you go, Hawker. Got your camera shot. That's always cool when the center comes up on the stream, and from time to time they go, "Hey, I'm talking to you." Oh, sorry. So pretty cool though. Airports were those? Fayetteville, VBT. I'm not sure this one back here. Believe it or not, this is a pretty big thing out here in the Ozarks. You got Branson, north and east. You got Fayetteville down here. Down a ways, Fort Smith. This is a busy area here in the Ozarks, and it catches you a little off guard, but people love living by these lakes. Beautiful lakes, beautiful fishing lakes, Table Rock, Bull Shoals, all along. I believe that's, no, I'm not even going to say I believe. I'm not even gonna say, I was gonna say the White River, but I think I'm wrong. But just beautiful country down here. Table Rock, very heavy population-wise with Branson and tourism. Fayetteville, big with Walmart, JB Hunt Trucking. What's the other big business? Doggone it, because I've delivered to both. Some of the Walmarts there. Oh, what was the other one? Anyway, there in Fayetteville, so, and the surrounding area. So, yeah, kind of fun to fly over it. Marby getting ready to pass over. Get a little look downstream here. Now I'm going to tell you, here's the funny thing, being a truck driver, well, many years ago, it's not that way today. I believe it was Highway 71 that went from Joplin down through Fayetteville, Mena to Texarkana. Anyway, the part to Fort Smith, from Joplin to Fort Smith, was actually a very cool run until, now they called it the Grapevine. Now, whether it's really the Grapevine or not, I don't know. These folks were tight turns. Now, those of you who live in the Blue Ridge Mountains know about it. Those who live out in Colorado, Idaho know about hairpin turns. What made this road so fun, besides the tight turns, and I do mean tight, two semis, they might clip mirrors as they go by on the turns. They had billboards erected. This many people killed this year at that turn. And then the next one. And then the next one. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I mean, you could see why it happens. Now, thankfully, there is, I think it's an interstate now that runs from Joplin to Fort Smith, or at least through that Harry Carey area, with actually now a couple tunnels instead of those hairpins. The road still exists, obviously, but most of the trucks remain down on the interstate-like road versus that. Wow, that was wild. And enjoyed it, though. It made push the night through a little easier, but it was nice to get out of Fort Smith. Put that behind me. But it was always also, it was a beautiful run. Just loved going down there. Even just crossing the border, we went to a pipe place well north of the area. That was fun too. I mean, the outcropping of rock over there. Now, granted, not like West Virginia where it might be below where a box trailer could hit it. They were fairly high up. But oh my gosh, was it so beautiful running through the Ozarks there to get to where I needed to go. So anyway, all of that to say is it's a pretty country below me. And that's why a lot of people flock to the mountain home, Arkansas and Branson and Fayetteville areas. Tyson, that's who I was trying to think of, is there too. All right, we're coming up. We're about 50 miles out from Igloo. So top of descent, about 20 mile ahead of us. All right, we need to set 10,000. Looks like what we'll go for. Yeah, we have nothing that we have to be above in this descent. Just speeds that have to be met. There we go. All right. Middle control panel set. Let's get our dish ref set up. 145 looks good. And you know what? Let's just go ahead, set up and descend. Now, flight level, good. And is there an execute? There we go. All right, I will be right back. Oh, let's set break 3. And we'll get into what the numbers are. Be right back. All right. Oh, for a second there, I thought it was a song that I really loved. It did it to me again. Joseph's Lights sounds a lot like, oh, I can't think of the name of the song right now. But you hear it a lot on approaches on YouTube. Unless the copyright caught up with them. Anyway, I love this. Jim Yusuf is pretty good. I have to give him that. He does a great job. He will be very missed if he ever goes copywritten. Oh, I love his music. Sorry, folks. My parents are on the phone with my wife, talking with her about Christmas gifts she made for him. And she just rubbed it hard. It's 70 to 75 degrees here and where they are out east in Pennsylvania. Snow on the ground. And a lot colder. I think we're at Igloo. All right, let me see if I can adjust the gain a little lower. Uh-oh, that might have just went auto. Oh, man. All right, again, for those tuning in, we are just, about 12 or so minutes out from landing in Memphis. Runway 18 right. Only reason it's the closest to us, which I would figure approach would want to vector us that way. And that's really it. I hate the long taxi, but when the whole northwest, ramp at Frederick K. Smith International Airport is FedEx, I can park wherever I want as long as there's a parking spot. God forbid they make me go all the way east and all the way around to the back of that building. That would stink. But right now, I do not believe there is a controller. Nope, no controllers in the Memphis area. So we'll bring this one in. Let me grab the altimeter real quick. Whoop, wrong one. I don't think Grand Junction will help us here. Currently broken sky at 2,100 feet, broken at 2,800 feet, 2997. 87, my bad. Okay, we're set there. Okay, they're a little behind. Nav graph is, let's see, what time do they show? 1954, 2054. So they're about an hour old on Sim Toolkit. Nav graph has us, again, 220. Real quick, it's a lot easier. Words are worth 1,000. So 2207, 10 mile visibility, broken at 21, broken 28. Instrument approach. And let's see. SLP. Sea level pressure 1011. Hourly temperature 21.7. Dew point of that, a decrease of 1.1 hectopascals on the pressure over the last 3 hours. So really it's a beautiful day. 72 degrees. Something hard to believe just after Christmas, but as weather reporters in the St. Louis area where I'm from have said, records were started to be kept about 1874, with the record high for Christmas Day of 71 still intact. And that was 1879 when that occurred. So, was that global warming? Who knows? But anyway, But today, I believe we have set a record. Although it's only 68 here, but I don't know what it is for this day. Uh-oh. Be right back. A window slammed, or a door slammed. All right, let's see. Coming up on 11,000, we're going to need to slow the beastie down. Let's see where we are first. Okay, now. From here, it's down to 10,000 by Jamala. Let me throw in our ILS frequency. It's a little different in this plane. We put it in this middle box right here. 109. 9. 180. Okay, frequency's all set. Okay, I need to hit the brakes. They'll fly right by us. Okay, everything's set up, I believe. Let's double check the checklist here. 10,000 feet. We've got set runway lights, landing lights set, speed brake as required, VNAV, and flaps are readied and set up. Currently, just to run through it real quick, landing performance, calculate. Let me try that again for the right runway. Okay, approach speed will be 150, flaps 30, brake 3, leaving us with about 6,500 feet if we touch down on the mark. All right, we're going to start our descent. that should give us a pretty good approach for our turn to Dawson to grab the ILS. Could be a little more, but we'll stick it there. As we come down to 5,000, 1 hour 40, we'll call it. Well, let's see, pushback occurred 2 hours ago, so all right. And if you're up to it, exclamation mark, the word predict, space, and a negative number. Make sure it is negative. 145, so coming in at 150 would not be bad. Well, I see the cloudiness that's brought out the instrument conditions. Ah, there you got the latest and greatest. All right, we are just maneuvering to grab the ILS here. Hang on, let me drop a little more. You know what I did not look at? Minimums. 200 and a half mile. We're good? Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're set properly. Let me just dial up the gain just a smidge. Okay, we'll continue on down to 4,000. Now, what we're going to try to do is about, let me make sure, right in the just past the green arc will begin our turn for Dawson. That at least is what I hope will happen. We'll see. All right, real quick look at traffic. Got a couple of FedExes, one on final ahead of us, one up the cruise, and oh, Kalita nearby. All right, here we go. Gonna guess at about a 100. Oh, 110. That'll work. All right, we should be getting an active ILS here soon. There's the localizer. Not trusting the glide slope just yet. And the reason being McKelvey, 4,000 feet, 14, correction, 14, nearly 10 miles ahead of us. That should be way up here when it becomes active. Now Memphis traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, about to join the localizer for 18 right at Dawson. And FedEx 811 switching to common traffic. All right, so you can see we got us a nice little cloud bank we're working around and through and all that good stuff. All right, we'll go to approach. And the turn. All right, McKelvey will be how far out? 15 miles. So keep our speed for a little bit of this 10-mile hike up to McKelvey. Okay, we're beginning our slowdown. Go to flaps 5. Memphis common traffic, FedEx 811 heavy about to cross McKelvey at 4,000, slowing to approach speed. Okay, where is our final approach? Okay, the initial is McVeigh. Final approach, Elvis. Is that correct? Elvis. Coming down with the gear. Okay, gears should be down 3 green. Flaps just about full. Here we go, full. brake set, spoilers armed, and lights on. Here we go. We just need to see a runway. Or at least the environment thereof. Runway in sight. Memphis traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, 18 right ILS over Braille, runway in sight. All right, that's cool. Memphis traffic, FedEx 811, 3-mile final for 18 right.
1,000.
Oh, somebody hit the high beams. Turn that bright light off.
$500. Minimums. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Memphis traffic, FedEx 811 off at Mike 4 to the FedEx ramp. let's see. Do we need to get a trim set here after landing? Okay, speed brake, auto brake. Oh, we do need to turn off radars. Well, again, I hope y'all enjoyed this run. This was fun. Get parked here and see what's up. Clear to the 9, out to the 27. All right, let's see what we can find here. One last look. 27's clear. 9's clear. And Colada's on final. Looks like Colada 4 is on the ground. Okay, let's see, where do we want to park this beastie? park in the infield out here. Just take this first spot right here, number 800, I believe it is. 800 it is.
Memphis traffic at Airbus taking off runway 187.
Guess what? We're in the blocks. Let's check our parking brake engine. Okay, we need to get the EPU bleed on. Generator on. Taxi lights, flaps, transponder. Laps show 0, and they are. Spoilers are down. Parking brakes set. Shut these bad boys down. Okay, fuel pumps off. GP okay, so let's get after the outside of the aircraft. By the way, I did not see my feet per minute. I just know I was probably the only one. Oh, I missed the beacon. All right, let's get the plug-in, the EFB. And now we are unloading. Welcome to Memphis. Let's see, who's this down here? 547 and empty 11. All right. I see that Kalita is nearby. Let's swing around to say hi on camera here. FedEx 81 just popped in. Somewhere out there, there's Kalita. Alright, well that was a good flight. I'm glad to have had you all aboard. Let's take a look at this. First, from the eyes of FedEx. He says cautiously. There it is. There's the FedEx ACAR system. Pretty simple to use. I mean, there's really not much to it. You just hit start and go. Just got to make sure you bid for a flight here at FedEx, and you're good to go that way. Anyway, let me pull it up on my end. So all we're going to do, first off, look, looks like 254 possibly. Let's hit stop and find out. 143, 254. That looks like a really good landing. Alright, and that was it. So all you would do once you bid on a flight, click start. Can't get easier than that. Alright, let's take a look at Elevatech. One of those we use to kind of see how the approach went and all. Complete the flight first. Now we'll go grab the flight. $266 at 143. Not a bad flight at all. What I like to do, zoom in. Looks like a little buggy hobble. 15, around the 2,000 foot mark. So a little off the center line, not by much, but we'll see how that translates with Sim Toolkit, which will hopefully give us a better number. Alright, so we'll just that. Now to the unofficial scorekeeper, Sim Toolkit. 500 feet a minute. What? Wonder where they got that from. That's 2 out of 3, so it isn't going to work that way. Wow. Mean today. Let's see what it did. It probably wanted us on the left runway. Oh, we actually got the one we wanted. 2,000 feet down the runway, only 3 feet off the center line. We saw with Elevatech, that could be a little misgiven. Overall, the approach looks really good. Speed 143, just 2 knots. Yeah, well, it's saying we hit hard, so okay, we hit hard. It's, you know, we usually get scored pretty hard with them, so wow. But they are the scorekeeper. We'll work on it. All right, and with that, folks, Kalita's already bailed on us. Looks like FedEx 81, FedEx 547, all getting ready for departures. Let's see if they're part of FedEx. No, we're the only one in. Wait. All right, well, you know what? It's been a fun flight. Let me just drop down here. That's me. All right. Well, we have had a great time. I am going to go ahead and call Audible today and say that'll be it. We will try to be up on Sunday, no guarantees. My thoughts for Sunday, if we're able, let me just pull up my handy dandy maybe schedule. I put down some flights I was thinking, and potentially for American Airlines. So I'm not going to give it away because we may not be able to fly. But we'll see come Sunday. Folks, again, a pleasure having Fly Runway heading in the channel. Always love having the controllers come in and chime in with stuff I don't know. I'm not big with the controllers. I don't know much on their side other than how to hopefully follow their instructions and meet where they want me to be when they want me to be. But thank you all so much, Pratt PT6 for being in as well. Love having y'all here. Folks, you have a blessed rest of your day, rest of your work week, those of you still working. It's Friday, so look on the bright side. The week is just about over.
Memphis, traffic FedEx 13-7, base at 3,000 feet, expect ILS runway 18 right.
So, the hard part of the season has pushed through with the stress and all that Christmas can bring, but always remember this. Christmas isn't about all the gifts, it's about the gift God gave us in Bethlehem. In a manger, not a mansion, not in gold and silver. Literally in a horse trough, a watering hole for horses. God gave us the gift of a lifetime in Jesus Christ. So don't get overly stressed. Don't run out and find therapy and all for what Christmas shouldn't really do, but it does, as commercialized as it has become. Boil it all down. It's about a baby in a manger, not a mansion. God's gift to humanity in Jesus Christ. Folks, you all have a blessed day. We'll see you hopefully Sunday. I right now don't know of anything the family has, but if there is time, there is a flight we could fly. So we'll try to give you a heads up notice if we're cleared to fly. Stick to our Discord channel, which just came up, and you'll be always filled in. We'll see you then. Have a great rest of your week. And if I don't get to see you or hear from you before next week, Happy New Year. See you on the other side. God bless.